Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Get it in stereo. Welcome to Vegas Unwrapped. Mr. Cash trying to be funny.
As usual.
He should keep trying.
As usual.
What did you do with the money your mother gave you for acting classes? Obviously didn't work.
Are you kidding? You know where I spent that money?
I can only imagine.
Well,
betting in Atlantic City?
No, it was all at Rockingham Park in New Hampshire. Right, Lois? Right.
That explains it. Welcome to the February 17th edition of Vegas Unwrapped. We are closing in 1 month, less than 1 month.
Now
we'll be celebrating our 7th year on the air.
Now, are we going to have that show on the, let's see, if I have my calendar correct, the 10th, or when we started, 9th or 10th, comes in the middle.
No, it was the 13th.
The 13th? So what's close to that in March?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't have a calendar in front of me.
Well, I will pull out the trusty Ricky Cash phone app calendar.
Phone app. The guy learns new vocabulary and he thinks he's Webster.
Hey, be nice.
Anyway, we have an action-packed show while he's looking up his calendar app. Coming up here in the first hour, actually in about 10 minutes, when she arrives, she's running a few minutes late. Jennifer Romas, who is the choreographer, director, producer, the head honcho of the show down at the Westgate called the SEXXY Show. She's been in studio in the past. Not with us.
Not with me.
Not with us. But she's coming in. She'll be here momentarily. We'll cut to her interview when she gets here.
Because those are the kind of things I do remember.
I know, yeah.
Based on our previous conversation.
Exactly. Coming up also later on in this hour, good friend of ours, Ms. Jolie Ramos from Smile Designers of Las Vegas, Dr. Michael Duboff's office, if you know Dr. Duboff, which I'm sure many of you here in Las Vegas do. She'll be here at about quarter of the first hour talking about a pediatric dental event that they have coming up this weekend.
This Saturday.
Which we want to help market and promote. And then coming up in the second hour.
Oh, baby.
Sometimes I have to figure out how things happen because I don't know how things happen sometimes.
Well, sometimes you don't do it.
I know, and that's what I get for having you do things.
About you.
That's what I want everybody right now to open up another window on their computer.
Yes.
If you're listening on a computer or your iPad, certainly not. Well, I guess you can kind of do it on your phone.
Yeah.
And I want you to look up the definition of bluegrass.
Please.
Because we don't have a clue.
Well, we know banjos.
We know banjos. Steve Martin played banjo.
And we know that, I was thinking of the same movie.
Right. Don't go oinking. Don't go squealing like a pig.
Don't pig out on me,
no.
Right?
The Red Rock Ramblers Bluegrass Band will be coming in studio. They may have the whole orchestra.
We don't know.
We don't know
if they're coming in with instruments, whether they're coming in one person, 10 people. We do know this.
Yes.
That they are having an event.
March 19th.
I think, is it the 19th or 16th? 19th?
19th, because the 12th we're over at the Orleans.
Right. And that's going to be at the...
up in Blue Diamond.
I think at the Firehouse. Where else could it be?
Actually, you know what? I downloaded... He had a flyer, the main guy whose name escapes me right now, the guy who you've been talking to via email. He called this morning before you got here to verify what time they needed to be here.
Cool.
I saw on his page when I posted... here we go. I got it here, right here. Come on. Come up. Boom.
Bluegrass.
Here we go. All right, March 19th, 1 p.m., $10 admission. It's at the Blue Diamond Rec Room, Blue Diamond, Nevada.
The Firehouse.
The Firehouse. It's Blue Diamond. Let's see. Take Nevada Route 159 at Blue Diamond. The venue is at the Red Quonset Hut, which is kitty corner from the general store.
Oh, I'm telling you, we are in our element. And guess what?
I know. How did you do this?
I don't have
We're
any
not even
idea.
getting paid for this one. Bluegrass and Grease Hemrocks.
I don't think if anybody sees us there, I don't think we'll ever get paid.
I don't think so. Jeez.
Anyway, we got the gig, man.
We got the gig. We're emceeing this thing somehow.
It adds to the tremendous variety of repertoire
of stuff
that we've done.
Oh my God!
I can't wait. It should be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna
go from beauty pageants to bluegrass. I mean, come on.
Do we have to wear boots and cowboy hats?
I have no idea. Do you have a cowboy hat in your collection of hats?
Do I have cowboy hats?
Do you have two?
I got 24.
Okay, then
but they're going to be big for you though.
No, they're not.
Yes,
I'll stuff tissues in my head.
Yeah, we'll see. Lawrence, can you look up the definition of bluegrass?
Yeah, please.
Give us some dignity going into this interview. Anyway, that's coming up in the second hour, if time allows. Then we'll wrap up with weird news.
Maybe.
That's what I said, if time allows.
Yeah.
You know,
weird news is good. And worthy and unworthy.
Worthy and unworthy. We're definitely doing that before the first hour, I think.
We also,
the top of the second hour, rather. What?
We also have some comical views of the events of the day, according to Mr. Phillips. He's got some comical things to talk about. Well, not
comical, just little more lighthearted than what you were talking about.
Well, because worthy and
You want to throw one? I'll throw one out what I had in mind.
Okay.
Did you lose sleep last night that Kanye is $53 million in debt and he's running a GoFundMe account?
What's killing me is that he's got a big freaking mouth. Did you hear about that stuff on Saturday Night Live on Backstage? He went berserk. He had a meltdown. And he started calling Taylor Swift some new names.
Oh, geez.
I mean, that would have been on my worthy or unworthy, but I deemed it so unworthy that I didn't even want to bring it up.
All right, Lawrence, you could stop that because our good friend April from SRO Media just was kind enough to send me a instant book message here on Facebook, instant message.
And of course, it's all about
well, she heard
Bluegrass.
Our query about Bluegrass.
God love her.
Bluegrass music is a form of American roots music and a related genre of country music. Influenced by the music of Appalachia, Bluegrass has mixed roots. Cultural origin circa 1948, and she was kind enough to give me the link to Wikipedia on bluegrass music. So,
well, I knew it came from Appalachia. I knew it because it's still big in West Virginia.
Is that Indians, Appalachian?
It's still big in West Virginia and Kentucky and parts of Tennessee.
Is that the one where they're blown into the jugs too? Is that part of the bluegrass band? No, seriously.
And they're banging on the drums too.
Right.
You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, don't they have the whiskey bottles? Isn't that part of bluegrass when they make that whistling sound?
Yeah, sure.
Is that part of bluegrass?
I have no freaking clue. What
Look who I'm asking.
Yeah, really. Come on.
Hell.
That's why we're going to Red Rock. Maybe to Blue Diamond. We don't fall off Red Rock on the way.
Let me tell you, I was you blinked through Blue Diamond, you missed the whole city.
The way you drive, we would.
I went up there when I had a mobile notary service when Rob and I were doing that years.
Yeah, I
remember that.
I remember that. That's really early on in the career.
Yeah, really early
in the
on.
Vegas career.
Yes,
Aaron Phillips.
And I had a deal up there. And I had never gone into Blue Diamond, into the little city.
Isn't that cute little thing?
Yeah, it's like a cul-de-sac. If you pull out on the other side.
It's one street.
And
it's nothing with nothing.
And the main, I think, if the place where the event's going to be, if I remember, was in the middle.
It's right in the center of town.
Next to this big tree that was in the middle that I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think that went down in the quake of 2007.
If that's the case, it would have sucked the whole town down with it, for crying out loud. Jennifer's on her way. She just sent me another update, so she's almost here.
That's
good. We'll. This
Does
is the
she still
thing.
have to leave early, too?
She's got to get down to the Westgate. Her show's at 7 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So I promised her we originally would get her out by quarter of.
Go straight to the tough questions?
Well, we'll try to build a little
background. The stars questions?
I know, the stars questions, right? So that's Bluegrass. So we'll have some fun with that tonight. And again, like you said, and quite aptly so, will be part of our resume of one of those things that you just kind of look at and say, did I what was Urkel's favorite line? Oh, you didn't watch it.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Yeah, that's right. That I knew about Urkel.
Yeah.
Everybody used to walk around saying it.
Did I do that?
I swear I wanted to smack
Full House is coming back. Did you see that?
I heard that.
Full House recharged.
Well, they had
something?
A reunion just
on
recently.
Jimmy Fallon's show this week.
Was that where it was?
I watched it online this morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Everybody was there but the Olsen twins.
That's what you were doing online this morning?
Yeah.
Before you went to work and teaching your class?
Absolutely.
Nice.
That's right. Today I did my seminar on handling sales objections for a couple of people who here are in the fold who continue to work towards getting sponsors and how to manage their show. So we do those classes here, and I'm sure Irma has some social media classes coming up soon, I would think.
She does.
So be on the lookout for that. Any shout-outs we're...
Yeah, how about recognizing our board operator our camera lady?
What's that?
Say hi.
Well, all right. I didn't get to the whole crew yet.
Oh, I thought
But that's okay.
Before the shout-out.
Lawrence is on the board. Beth is behind the camera, of course.
Very
Our
nice.
phone number is 702-483-4444 if you want to call in and talk to us or Jennifer when she gets here or any of our guests tonight.
One of our listeners asked me what's going on with John today. Honest to God, I got a phone call.
Really?
Yeah, and I said he's on our special projects.
He's on special assignment.
Yeah, he is. And he is. He's finding a cure for PTSD.
God bless him. God bless him.
That got her.
That got Beth rolling. She almost fell off the stool back there.
She liked that one. Nah, he's fine, guys.
He's good. He's just working on some special projects for us, and you'll be hearing more about all that sort of stuff.
Well, he also
down
is
the line,
having his. Did it start today, or is it going to start next week? His own show, the Doing It with Style show, starting next week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See, there you go. And I believe it's on.
It's either next week or the weekend.
On Wednesday, is it?
In March.
Okay, fine. Sounds great. Looking forward to hearing that.
Wednesday at
1 o'clock.
It's in the
like that?
afternoon, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right.
That's
Good.
that'll
be fun.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good preview shows of that, and we're looking forward to that. So let's say hello to some East Coast people tonight.
Okay.
All right, we've got. It's a possibility we have Cousin Gary on the computer.
Cousin Gary.
There's a possibility because I just got off the phone with him at about 4:30.
Oh my
And
God.
I said, "Well, why don't you turn your computer on at 5 o'clock and listen to the show?"
Right.
So he says, "I thought you were on Thursday." I said, "Just forget."
He's a month
I
behind.
said, "Just forget about it." I spoke to Lois this morning. Her and Mike are listening.
Okay. They just celebrated an anniversary.
Happy belated
anniversary,
one-day
yeah.
belated
Saw
anniversary.
that on Facebook.
And they're going away next week.
Where are they going?
They're going to Myrtle Beach for a week.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we could transport with them.
I know, but still, Myrtle Beach. I think your new guest has arrived.
Okay. So
All right.
we'll get her. We'll go. You want to go to break? We'll have to go to an early break, or wait till she walks around to the studio.
Let's wait till she walks around.
Okay.
All right. So we've got and we've got a lot of listeners out there.
Yes, we do.
And it's really nice that, they comment about what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really having a lot of fun with them. So keep up the good work. I'm still not comfortable yet with 5 to 7. I mean, I like it, but I'm not comfortable in my mind's eye because I said to somebody, now be here at about 7:15 tonight. Holy mackerel.
You'd be sitting in the studio by yourself at 7:15.
Well, I would be, and they would be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. they
Unbelievable.
certainly would be.
But it's good. I like them. It's a midweek break. It's like, this is hump day, and Vegas Unwrapped is the end of hump day, which is good. Then we only have 2 more days until they close. No, till the weekend. Gee whiz.
We don't close around here. You got to stop getting that out of your mind.
I keep thinking Friday we shut down.
No, we don't close on Fridays.
I know we don't.
What's not even a holiday.
No, we have good shows on the weekend.
That's right.
All right.
A couple of shout-outs. April's listening, of course, and she was kind enough to put a post out there that we're on live. So let's do this. Let's go to an early break because I don't see Jennifer coming around. So I'll go out and greet her. And we'll be back with Jennifer from the SEXXY Show.
Ooh.
And Mr. Cash and Beth and Lawrence right after this. All right, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped, an abbreviated break because we have our guest in studio, the head honcho, the choreographer, the director, the producer, the buck stops here person of the SEXXY Show down at the Westgate. Just celebrated 1 year on stage performing for Las Vegas. Miss Jennifer Romas is here in studio. How are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
So nice
How
to
are
see you again. Doing great. We're happy to have you and here on Vegas Unwrapped and the bells and whistles and hoops that she and I over the last couple of months tried to make this interview happen because of her schedule. Just as we were hoping to get you on a Thursday night, then your show schedule changed.
Exactly.
And that kind of threw the monkey wrench in there, but finally we got it to happen. And we got to get you out of here in time to get down to tonight's show. You have one tonight at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
right?
show, but happy to be here
Schedule
with you.
is every night at 7 except for which nights?
We are dark Sunday and Monday nights.
Perfect.
But moving back to 10:30, actually starting March 1st.
Oh, so no more early show.
I know.
Oh, man.
I know. It kind of puts a rock in my early mornings, but it's
well,
all
obviously
good.
they feel it's a show that's probably a little more tailored towards a little later crowd. Is that why?
Actually, ironically, I chose to move to 7 p.m.
Okay.
For the winter holidays. We moved
Gotcha.
November 2nd. We moved to 7 p.m. A show was supposed to come into that room and got pushed back.
Okay.
So the slot was open. So I kind of renegotiated the contract, and on that property, it actually turned out to be a very positive thing.
Okay.
During that season.
Sure.
To do the 7 o'clock, but again, now going back into March, when you're spring breakers and travelers
Right,
and kind of summer
right.
months, people are at the pool till 6 or 7.
Absolutely.
So
there you go. That's right.
going back
March
later
Madness
good.
is coming up in
Yep.
March.
Basketball.
There you go. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Good for you. Good planning.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Cash,
I'm in love.
would you stop it?
And you're wearing red.
Yes, of course.
Love is
honor of
still in the
Valentine's
air.
Day, yes,
Well,
in
yeah,
honor of
it's
Valentine's Day.
post-Valentine's Day.
Right.
It's my wife's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, which is nice. But if she knew you were here, I'd be in trouble. No.
Well, you're sitting 3 feet
No, I'm
away.
moving. Wait a minute.
We're moving closer and closer.
It's really great to have you here. But one of the things you're going to have to do for me tonight is you have to tell me all about this show because I'm not familiar with it, and I know most of the shows.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So let her rip.
He's lived in a cave for the last year. Don't worry about it.
That's what happens when you.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to get you there before it changes time. You still have a couple.
No,
weeks
I
left.
like.
Oh, you like the late night?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you have to get in there before he expires. So
before I expire. How's that? Ice packs on the way over here in the car.
So how about a history about the show and yourself and what's going on?
What's going on? Well, we did just celebrate our 1 year anniversary. We celebrated on January 26th. The official 1 year was January 4th. We opened up at the Westgate Resorts and Casino last year.
Was it Westgate when you opened, or was it
yes.
still?
Yep. No,
Okay.
David Siegel and partners had already come in to take it over and changed it already. It was about 6 months into the takeover when the show happened. But basically, it just, out of thin air, poof, there was a show. To be honest with you, and I know some people have kind of heard the story before, but it really is as simple as, I was trying to kind of phase out of performance and getting involved in some other marketing aspects and behind the scenes work and learning about different things in entertainment on the production end and things like that, and was doing some other projects, ironically, with Westgate in terms of some of their marketing stuff and with some other events, and was still dancing a little bit a few nights a week in Jason Tenner's Purple Rain show, just because, I love dancing still and I wasn't ready to completely give it up. So, we had a great bond there as well, and then he actually moved to the Westgate Hotel, and I had been in contact with both Richard and David Siegel, actually, and Mark at the time, and just kind of kept pushing. And Robin Leach was actually the one who put us in touch originally when they took over the property, in hopes that I might be able to give them, some ideas or whatever on what to do with some of the rooms. And basically, they saw me in Jason's show, and David was like, "Oh, so you can dance?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of what I've been telling you,
That's my forte.
And he was like, they called me into the office, like the last week of November actually, and said, "Hey, we want to talk to you about something. Can you make this happen?" And we had a follow-up meeting, like December 8th, I think. And they said, "Okay, let's go. Put up a show for us. Can you open in 3 weeks?"
Wow.
Oh,
I said yes.
Of course you would say yes.
Yeah,
I said
really.
yes, and then literally went home and stayed up since last December making this happen. So, no rhyme or reason other than just you say yes and you kind of figure it out later when an opportunity like that comes about. And I was blessed to have some good people in my corner as well, and a cast that wanted to work, and advice and some mentors along the way that kind of jumped in to help me a little bit. It was a very, very stressful time, but we made it happen. We opened, and here we are a year later. So
is the show mostly music and dance, or
it's all music
all
and dance?
Music and dance?
Yeah, I actually didn't follow the Vegas criteria, I guess, of the show breakup with the comedian and this, and I chose.
That's old time.
Yeah, I chose kind of not to. The show has a really great flow to it. My singer, Gabriella Versace, who is well known in the city here as well, is my singer and kind of host. If you want to, just kind of like the big mama of of the house, kind of is kind of her role or whatever, or the madam, if you want to say it, I guess like that. But she kind of keeps the show flow going, singing, and we do a little audience participation thing and talking. The music is jamming and pumping, a wide variety for kind of people of all ages and backgrounds and ethnic backgrounds, and male and female both like the show as well. So that's always a very, very positive.
Can't wait to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel fortunate in that a lot of women actually come up to us after the show, and a lot of people don't see these shows very often, so they don't really know what to expect. And a lot of people are very pleasantly surprised because they're like, "Wow, you guys are actually talented. Wow, you actually dance." All of my girls are in great shape. Our physiques are all, very athletic, and there's a little bit of eye candy for each and every person. We're definitely not cookie cutters. There's different styles and different because that is
all sizes and shapes.
Well,
right?
yeah. To be honest, I mean, that is what's sexy to people.
Right.
Sexy is different to each and every single person. So I kind of tried to give a nice kind of variety.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. That sounds
So,
great.
There we are.
Maybe we will go to an early show.
Yeah.
Why wait till March?
We can carpool.
Why wait, right?
We
Just
can
pick us up
carpool
on the
from
way
here.
down. That's
Unbelievable.
The premise of the show, though, is musical and entertainment. Now, is there? I'm looking at your cover photo on your Facebook page. This is a current picture of the performers.
Actually, no. That is not super up to date.
Okay. Except for the one in the middle.
Yeah, well, actually, every single person in that photo is still in my cast except for one because she got pregnant.
Oh, okay.
The nerve of her.
That's right.
She was my aerialist, Svetlana.
Okay, okay.
Actually, just had a baby. So in that photo, and again, ironically, my original cast that was with me from day one is still in the show.
Oh, wow.
So that says a lot about the show and the camaraderie of the team and the family. We are having some changes coming up, coming into year 2 with, people making other decisions and marriages and moving and babies and things like that. So I'm now needing
Life happens.
Yeah, life happens. So
So if you were to compare your show to, let's say, Jubilee that just closed, that had a 30 plus, 30 years or whatever it was?
35,
How would you compare your show to the Jubilee style show for those who are familiar with Jubilee?
Well, as everyone, or not, maybe everyone doesn't know, but Jubilee is a very iconic showgirl show.
Right.
Grandiose production, huge
Outfits.
Oh my gosh, Bob Mack. I mean, like, the costumes and the set pieces, and my show is definitely not like that in terms of the stage or the. It's very different. I do try to combine a little bit of old school with the new school and things like that. But I'd say my show is definitely more of a production show than a. Although it is topless, to be honest, it would be just as good covered as it is topless. That's just kind of, I guess, like maybe the cherry on top or whatever.
Did you have to change that for the earlier time?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
That's why I thought that going back to the 10:30 time.
Yeah, that's what I thought
more
immediately.
suited, but-
right.
Yeah, no. We did a show actually at House of Blues in December, and we, because of the requirements and things, the girls had to wear pasties instead of being topless. But no, but I guess the difference is, I think to me, Jubilee, again, being iconic as it is in the Titanic story and the just Samson and Delilah, there's some stories of history there. But it is a showgirl show. You've got the line of dancers, very
Right.
production, a little bit more maybe chorus line choreography dancing
Nice.
versus again, my show, we've got tumbling, we've got acrobats, pole act, very sexy, very sensual.
Like you said, though, the only thing you're missing in the old-fashioned production show of Vegas is the comedian.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now I'm getting the whole picture.
We
Yeah.
better start writing a script for comedy. Maybe we got a shot to get in there while they take a break or something.
Exactly. Well, and I actually do add a little comedy though with the dance numbers.
Oh, I'm not
So
surprised.
no, again, to offer, we want people to. We're very engaging with the audience.
What are you
it's
doing
very
tomorrow night,
audience
Aaron?
interactive.
Exactly.
I know. I got your seats already. I'm calling them in now. But that would be, I guess, the biggest difference is it is more of a small cabaret show.
Okay.
Sexy is versus a big stage production show. Much more intimate, much more interactive. We get to have a lot more actually, freedom of expression with our bodies and the movement and what we're trying to portray. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We like that, too, because, I mean, for us, you can go see the big production shows.
Which are amazing.
Which are great. I mean, they're terrific. But there is something different in a smaller
Yep.
venue. I mean, when we saw the Bee Gees, the Australian Bee Gees show, small venue,
Right.
it was fabulous because it was interactive.
Yep.
It was noisy. I imagine your show is going to be just like that.
Yeah,
That's
it really
great.
is. My girls are in the audience. We do a very unique audience participation in the show. The girls are in and out of the audience in a few different numbers. is not to invade people's space or whatever, but we do have contact with the people in the audience and things like that. And it's in a topless show, it's not common for people to clap along, to sing along, to get excited, because a lot of people, again, don't know are we at a strip club? Are we at a topless show?
Sure
people who don't know don't understand it until you see it. So a lot of times, the arms crossed, kind of sitting back in the chair, like, okay, what is this? I'm a little kind of uncomfortable, and our show definitely breaks the barriers for that.
Well, we'll judge for ourselves.
Okay, well.
right,
American
Kimberly?
Judge 10.0.
Right.
What I wanted to, Lawrence, we're going to skip the bottom of the hour break so we can get Jennifer out of here on time. I want to go back a little bit. Tell us where you're from. How did you get this desire to dance or perform? And give us a little background about yourself personally.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I've been in Vegas since 1997. Okay. We're not going to count how many years that's been, but...
3 years less than me.
Well, about the same time that I got here, yeah.
Right.
My background, basically, I was born, my family's both from the East Coast.
Where?
My mom was born in Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And my dad is from Jersey.
Where?
Bergenfield, Hackensack, Tenafly area.
I'm from Linden.
Oh, yeah. He went to Bergenfield wrestling. He was in wrestling there. So.
Okay.
They always had a good wrestling team.
Yeah, he was runner-up for the Olympics, actually. Yeah,
that.
he was major sports.
How about that?
Yeah.
Great.
But I was born, my family relocated for my parents' work, and I was born in Michigan. And then basically we moved to Minnesota when I was in 4th grade, and I continued 4th grade and graduated high school there, and was involved actually got started late in dance. I was a gymnast, and my coaches wanted me to take dance to help my floor routine and rhythm and movement and things like that. And once I started dancing, I kind of fell in love with the passion and like the...
Bye-bye gymnast.
Yeah, well, I still do it, but I did it actually all the way through high school, diving, gymnastics, track, and dance. And then obviously when I got to like my 10th, 11th, 12th year, it became a lot, so I kind of started to focus more on, I dropped the diving, I dropped the track, and doing the dance and gymnastics. So, I finished high school there. I had 2 full-ride scholarships to performing arts schools that I turned down.
Turned down?
Turned down.
Yes,
wow.
Parents that took took them off guard. But yeah, I had a full ride to Point Park in Pittsburgh and to OCU, Oklahoma City University, for their dance programs. I was actually a good student as well, so that helped. But I went to Chicago for a summer intensive program to train with Gus Giordano, Jazz Dance Chicago, which is a contemporary company, very well-known contemporary jazz company. And I got offered a scholarship program to be an apprentice with their company. And their company tours nationally and internationally. And I called Mom and Dad. And I was like, instead of taking the U-Haul to Point Park, you're going to stop it in Chicago and I'm moving here. And basically, honestly, that's what happened. My dad drove the U-Haul that was packed to go to Point Park. And I got myself hooked up in Chicago, got a roommate literally that day, and moved there and was in the program as an apprentice for a couple months, and then I started teaching at the school as well, and then obviously was moved into the company. So toured with them.
Let's talk about teaching a little bit. Do you still teach dance?
I do, not regularly, and I'd like to get back into it. Again, as I'm...
Because, we don't have a dance moms here in Las Vegas.
I know. Well,
we got them in L.A., came from Pittsburgh, but,
I can do Rent-A-Kid and be a dance mom, right?
Cool.
No, actually, that's actually something... I did teach here for many, many years when I first moved to Las Vegas as well. At the time, which was the only professional studio, Backstage One. Elise was one of the women that owned the studio. She was our French ballet mistress, and I taught there for quite a while, and I also teach pole class, things like that. But kind of again phased out of those things in the past few years, just with injury, and then now the show, and I don't really have time for it. But actually trying to start those programs up again, as I'm getting older as well.
I just want to let our listeners know that you're listening to Vegas Unwrapped here on Vegas All Net Radio. We're going to bypass our bottom of the hour break.
That's because we can.
Because we can, but we also got to get Jennifer out of here on a timely basis to get down to the Westgate for tonight's show. Jennifer Romas is here, the head honcho, rather than going through all the different titles of the SEXXY Show, which is down at Westgate, 7 p.m. currently, every night except Sunday and Monday.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Where can people get tickets? Westgate, I guess, on their website?
Yep, on the Westgate,
you guys
Westgate
have
Las
a site
Vegas.
as well.
Yep, SEXXY Show, SEXXYSHOW.com, as well as any of your ticket brokers here in town.
There you go.
Vegas.com, tickets for tonight, things like that.
Or if you know Jennifer personally, like some radio show
You
hosts
can
we know.
carpool down.
That's right. That's right. Her limo's parked outside waiting for her to get her down to the casino afterwards.
One day.
Right, exactly. Well, if you ever need one, we got a hookup for somebody.
Oh, you
so
do?
if you ever get stuck, you let me know.
We have so many useless connections here. It's
Not
amazing.
useless.
Well,
That's
you know.
not a useless connection.
For us. Well,
Desiree, come on.
yeah,
She's
I
helped
know.
us out.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, what I want to do, and I wish we had more time, but again, I'm very conscious of the clock to get you out of here.
I might never leave.
Okay. You can be our sidekick on there. Sidekick. You could be our show. That would be great.
Uh-oh, I smell a replacement coming.
I'm a good wing
Here
girl.
we
I'm a
go.
good wing girl.
You know, 3 in the studio. We talked about
I
this
know
at
we
one
did.
time.
We tried that. That's why
Yeah.
I'm going to get you out of here.
Yeah, good luck.
Replace you with Jennifer.
Good luck.
All right. I have a list of questions that I ask all of our guests that really lets our audience know kind of behind the scenes, a little extra about you besides what you've already shared, okay? So, you ready for these questions?
Maybe.
They're tough.
Maybe.
They're tough.
You didn't study for these,
I
did
did
you?
not study
All right,
for
good.
these.
All right.
Okay.
Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Oh gosh. Oh no. I like old school. I like Al Pacino.
Okay.
And I like Robert De Niro.
Okay.
And
Like two peas in a pod, those two.
I know. And to be honest, I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan. Just because of the roles he plays.
Oh, he's
Wide range, right?
Yeah, and he completely invests himself in what he is doing,
Right.
and I really love that about
Did you ever
him.
watch him on 21 Jump Street on the TV show he was on? Remember that
yeah.
show?
He was. Well, I'm not sure if anyone saw the Grammys that were just on, but he played in the new band that they
Okay.
just started, and a lot of people don't know that he actually went to LA to be a musician years
okay.
ago when he first started acting.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's in a rock band now.
I have to say that I did not watch the Grammys the other night, so I'm one of the many that did not. Who's your favorite actress?
Oh my gosh. Ah, I don't know.
Told you they were hard questions.
I know.
tough,
Well, I
real
don't
tough.
really watch that much TV.
How about movies?
I don't watch movies either. I don't have
So
time.
you don't have a favorite movie that you watched growing up that if it's on today, you would drop everything to go sit and relax and watch this movie?
No, does that make me shallow?
No.
Makes
No,
you
totally
busy.
not.
It
Makes
makes
you
you
busy.
busy.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
don't. I watch Law and Order to fall asleep at night. and reruns of CSI Miami.
There you go. That's one of the franchise shows I can never get into. I never got into CSI Miami.
Well, if I listen to music at night, I count in my head and I
Okay.
start choreographing. So I kind of put on.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You brain
5,
all the
6,
Yeah.
7, 8.
Exactly. No,
So I guess counting
seriously.
sheep is out of the question.
Right.
Yeah, no, so I just kind of put on noise a little bit that's in the background. So I don't really have a favorite movie, I
Okay.
don't think.
When you are into listening to music and you can turn your brain off from choreography details, what's your favorite genre of music that you do like to listen to?
I totally love 80s rock ballads.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If she would have
Nice.
said bluegrass, that would have ended me right there. That would have ended me right there.
I'm a huge and I like easy listening.
Okay.
I listen to satellite radio, the easy
Channel
listening.
80? Oh, Channel 8 is the 80s.
Oh, what is? Oh, yeah.
It is
Right.
the 80s.
I'm an 80s rocker chick. Love 80s rock. And
So
I
who's
can
your
see- I
favorite
can
band
see
from the
Joan-
80s?
I can see the Joan Jett resemblance.
Yeah,
I love rock and roll,
Yeah.
you know?
my favorite
From the
oh,
80s.
Gosh, I don't have an abs. I actually just went front row to AC/DC, so I'm not gonna lie.
really?
That was really awesome. Front row
There
for
you go.
AC/DC.
Down in the front
That's
row.
pretty cool.
Absolutely. All right. What would be your favorite all-time car that you would love to have parked in your garage someday?
Oh my gosh. See, these are questions. I mean, should be easy questions. These are just not things I ever think about.
That's why we ask them.
I know. I don't know. Something that my dogs can fit in.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 English bulldogs.
Oh, they're cute.
They'll fit
They're
into
cute.
compact.
I know. They ride around
mid-size
my
cars.
convertible now. I've got the dog car and then my car.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
My favorite car, gosh, anything black, and I like black.
Gee,
and
no
silver.
kidding.
Yeah, really.
I like-
Gee, what a surprise.
Batman colors.
I like black.
right.
Black and shiny.
There you go. If you were not doing what you do today, what occupation would you have liked to have tried in your life?
Honestly, I used to want to be a doctor or a lawyer growing up. Until I found out how much you had to read. But no, I did. I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer growing up. Now, looking back, I would have done more business and marketing courses and management.
Okay. I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
You certainly have the personality for
Yeah.
that.
No, just so that things in my life that for the path that I've chosen would be easier now. So I'd say definitely business.
We were hoping you'd want to own a radio station.
Who knows?
Communication.
There you go. All right, last 3 questions for you. Favorite curse word? This is internet, so you can say
Favorite
it.
curse word?
Yeah, one that you use every now and then.
Favorite curse word?
Yeah.
My mom told me it's not polite to swear.
But you can say it. This is internet radio. No FCC rules.
No, I say shit a lot.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's perfect.
It's a top 3.
There you go.
Shit. Goddamn.
The basics. The
Yeah.
basic package. What is your least favorite curse word?
Anything derogatory and nasty I don't like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to give an example?
No.
Almost had her.
I'm a nice
Almost had
girl.
her.
I'm a nice girl. I'm actually going back to your question about what would I want to be doing. There really isn't anything else I would want to be doing except for what I'm doing
Well,
right
of course.
now. So
Of course.
there.
That's great.
But yeah.
No question.
Okay.
All right, last but not least. When the day comes that you're at the gates of heaven.
Oh.
And
Or
who-
hell.
well,
I'm just kidding. No.
I'm presuming the gates.
Yes.
Okay. Whoever it is that is there to greet you, whatever you believe in, what is it that you hope to hear from that entity to welcome you into the gates of heaven?
Oh. What do I hope to hear when I enter the gates? You're going to make me cry.
What do you hope for them to say to you upon arrival at the gates of heaven?
Welcome? No. I would like them to say, I hope you've had no regrets. Welcome to our world.
There you go.
That's
perfect.
very nice.
Perfect.
It's
a
better
common
than
thread.
it's better than you missed the train that's going
right.
south.
You wanted the south
So,
train.
you
Yeah.
know, stick around outside.
Hope you've lived a long, loving
Fruitful
life. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job.
Absolutely. Now, just for clarity for our viewers, both listening and watching, do you have a significant other?
No.
Okay. There you go. Just wanted to look like I'd
No,
ask.
I don't have time.
She doesn't have time.
I did have a significant other, but no, I'm divorced actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been divorced for quite a few years.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it's the whole
fool.
dating
What?
thing is very
That fool.
Jerk.
is very difficult. It's a little.
How much
difficult.
longer do you want to keep performing?
Oh, that is a question. Forever if I could.
Right.
But I want to go out on top, and I want to go out on a positive way. So I was going to retire at a certain age, but I hit that certain
Blew that one
age.
by, huh?
I blew that one.
Sped right by that one.
Yeah, just
Gee, I don't know too many
back.
25-year-olds that are retiring.
Yeah.
I know. Well, and not retiring for good, but I'd like to be able to. It's going to be a definite lifestyle change, both emotionally and, well, obviously, physically or whatever. But it's performing it's like an actor or a musician. Like the high you get from being on stage
Sure.
is something that's difficult to replace, no matter if it's a small venue or a big venue or whatever. So, I think if I can figure out how to replace that or to deal with that, I'll be able to make those choices.
Very
Very,
good.
very typical of performers, whether
Absolutely.
it be in the field of entertainment or
Yeah.
sports. They just don't want to leave.
It's a hard crossover.
They don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Jennifer, I'm going to let you go so you can get out of here on time, and don't blame us for being late to the show.
I've got till 7. It doesn't start till 7, no, but I get there
I want to get you there.
early
You got to
and
get there early, do your thing.
preset and I tech and sound check
Absolutely.
and check all the
Hey,
props.
if you ever need a good sound technician, let me know. My daughter is currently down at the Alliance Theater in Atlanta. She went to Las Vegas Academy.
Oh, wow.
And she's working a contract that expires. It's a year to year, but it expires at the end of the season in May. So she's looking for some opportunities. So if you ever need a good sound engineer kind of person, let me know.
I know. See, look,
the best,
we've got
too.
the hookup.
Yeah.
So we've got the hookup here.
She went to LVA, and she was at the top of her class, Las Vegas Academy. So
Very
nice.
congratulations.
Let me know. I'm ready for you.
Congratulations.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll have to have you back on again when the schedule allows.
Yeah,
a little more
this is
breathing
awesome.
room. We'll have you back on.
Yeah, bring some of the cast.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah,
That would be a lot of
there you
fun.
go. There
Yeah.
you go. Like on a Stars episode, maybe
Yeah,
on a
that
Monday.
would be tremendous.
That man, every
Every
once in a while, you're.
I told you
you're in
this
alignment.
early hour of the show, it's much sharper.
We'll see what happens at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. The show is
Thank
the
you
Sexy
so much,
Show at
gentlemen.
Westgate. Check it out.
We're going to.
We're going to be going soon, 7 p.m. current show time,
Mm-hmm.
dark Sundays and Mondays, but we'll be changing to a 10:30 show
10:30?
starting March
1st.
March 1st in a couple of weeks.
We are slated as the number one adult review right now in the weekly and
Okay.
Travel Weekly, and also best burlesque choreographer.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, you can't get better than that. All right,
Check
more
us
with
out.
Vegas Unwrapped on the other side of the break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Woohoo!
All right, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, Lawrence behind the board, Beth behind the camera, and you, the listener.
You know, we need to rename the first hour of the show.
The J Show?
No, the beauty show.
The Beauty Show.
Oh my!
Well, I thought because we had Jennifer and Jolie.
Well, that's a J show too.
Right.
Yeah, that is great. And the names are pretty similar.
I know you were
I
confused
saw
all afternoon.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, we have a
Jennifer Romas
Romas.
and Jolie Ramos.
Rainbow. Oh man, I was going nuts.
Wow.
I was going nervous.
I know all day he's up and down the hallway thinking I mistyped on the production sheet. No, it's two different people. We're good. We're good. How are you?
Good. I'm great.
Long
Good.
time no see, right?
Since
Yeah.
Friday at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. not
Welcome
even
to
a
Vegas
weekend.
Unwrapped.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I know you've done radio before, so this
I
isn't
have.
new for you.
No, I've been on a few shows, but
Tell our listening audience who you're representing and what you do here in Vegas.
I represent Dr. Michael Duboff at Smile Designers of Las Vegas. I am his patient coordinator. So I bring patients into the office, coordinate their care, also do a lot of special events and sales and marketing for the
Yeah,
office.
you're out. You're his public face. You're
Yes.
the public face for the business.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And I understand Mr. Cash is going to be seeing the good doc tomorrow.
Yep.
He
Tomorrow
is.
afternoon.
Yeah. So
And Cammie's going. Kimberly's going a week from Saturday.
week from Saturday.
Yep. We got
Okay.
it all set up already.
And unless I have a major emergency like a tooth falling out or my root canal dismantling, I like Dr. Duboff, but I have no intention of seeing him.
I know. We've had that
Yes,
talk.
we have. Yes, we
I
have.
completely
Me and
understand.
You want to talk about kryptonite?
Exactly.
Right.
That's it.
Superman had kryptonite. Mine is dental talk. So, anyway, listen, you have a big event coming up this weekend, right?
I do.
Something going on. Tell us about it.
On Saturday from 10 to 2, we are having a, well, let me go back. February is Children's National Dental Health Month. And in honor of that and in celebration of that, we are having a children's dental health event. It will be from 10 to 2 at the office, and we're located on West Flamingo between Jones and Lindell. We're going to have be providing the kids with instruction on proper flossing and brushing, and then they'll have a 10-minute quick checkup from Dr. Mike, and then we'll have face painting and balloon people there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's a way to give back to the community, help children in our community that dental health is one of the top things of chronic illness in children is dental decay. So that it's really important. It affects them in every aspect of their lives, including school and self-esteem and everything. So.
Is it just because of lack of care at home. The parents don't spend enough time getting them to brush their teeth in the morning or whatever. How does that come from?
I think, yes, it has a little bit to do with parents just trust that their kids are going in and brushing their teeth at night or in the morning and not really paying attention to it, not helping them to really understand brushing every tooth and getting in there and not just kind of swishing the toothpaste around like my daughter would do. And if she didn't want to put the toothbrush in her mouth, she would put toothpaste on her finger and just go in there. I'm like, no, that doesn't work.
That's not going to work. Not going to work.
So we all know that our kids try to cut corners, and it's just important that they really learn it at early age to try to care.
I can speak from examples in real life that if you try to cut corners as a kid, you will probably continue that as an adult. And I can say from personal experience that is the worst possible mistake that someone can make, is not taking care of their teeth. And because you reach a certain age and a couple of things happen. Number one, they start to fall out. Number two, you have huge decay. And then you wind up losing teeth, having to go to the expense of getting, false teeth, bridges, whatever the case may be.
Then your dog eats your bridge.
And stuff like that. And I can tell you, I was telling Cammie after we talked about our appointments today that I could be a spokesperson for somebody that will insist that youngsters get the proper dental care that they need, because it can affect the rest of your life if you don't.
And the rest of your health. For sure. Heart disease, diabetes, everything, you name it. It's really important. So
yeah, one of the things that they talk about with the connection to diabetes is good gum protection. So that is a fact, and I back that up. By the way, here on Facebook, April says hello.
Yo.
She's listening as we speak right now. So
hi, April.
702-483-4444 is our phone number if you want to talk to Jolie about anything regarding the event this week. So talk about Dr. Dubois' practice. Why don't we talk a little bit about that real quickly?
What's the story with Mike?
Well, he's a great guy. Let's see. Dr. Mike has been a dentist for about 16 years. He went to dental school in Boston.
Yay!
At Boston U. And then he came to Vegas in 2006, I believe, and decided his parents were out here and he wanted to come out to the nicer weather. He had had enough of the East Coast weather.
Is he a big Patriots and Red Sox fan?
That I don't know.
Really?
We have not had that discussion.
I'm surprised.
I'm a Patriots fan because my daughter goes to school in Boston.
Right.
So.
Where does she go to school?
She goes to Northeastern.
I went to Northeastern.
No way.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
my God.
Wait a minute. I'm just stuck on the fact she has a daughter that's in college.
That's hard enough to believe.
I just had to let that process.
Right by me. Right.
Wow.
She just turned 21 last month.
All right.
Son of
Very
a
cool.
gun. You must have had her at, what, 14?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Anyway, so Dr. Mike is a great guy. He's been out. He does a lot of networking, but then just recently, I think he was focusing more on the practice, and I think he's ready to grow and expand and bring more patients into the office, and that's why he brought me on in October of this last year.
Very nice.
Truth be told, we tried to woo the good doctor to host a radio show here a couple of months ago, but because of scheduling and other conflicts, I guess, or whatnot, he was unable to do it. So
tell the truth, you've assigned me to take a second crack at him.
not to host a show, but with Jolie's help, maybe some advertising to at least
Yeah.
he wants to grow the practice.
That's a pretty decent idea. Actually.
This is the team right here to get it done. Wiley's got your hands in your mouth.
Pulling out their last
the rest. He's going to be gumming his dinner the rest of the week after this. But, all right, talk again about the information regarding Saturday, where it is, time, and all that stuff.
Okay. The exact address is 5670 West Flamingo Road. Again, that's on West Flamingo between Jones and Lindell. We're going to have it from 10 to 2, and we're going to have face painting, balloon people there, goodies, and brushing instruction, then flossing instruction, and an exam from the good doctor, Mike.
Oh, he's giving free exams as well.
Free exams.
Oh, okay, I missed that
each
part of
child
the
that
event.
comes in.
Wow,
That's
very
tremendous.
Cool. And you're going to go down there for a little bit.
I'm
going to
go down to take some pictures.
Okay.
So Cammie and I will go down and take some pictures, post them on Facebook, and spread the good word. I mean,
All right.
He's now going to be my dentist.
You're awesome.
We love doing it.
You going to send a goodbye note to your previous dentist?
He's already sent me a note. It comes in the form of a no. I'm only kidding.
It's signed by a gentleman by the name of Past Due.
I'm just kidding.
All right, we are up against our top of the hour break. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing the event and sharing a little bit about Dr. Duboff to our audience. We appreciate it.
Jolie, would she stick around for Worthy and Unworthy?
That's up
after
to her
the break?
schedule. I don't know what she's got
got
going
a
on
few
after
minutes?
this.
I do.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
Okay.
well, there you go.
There you go.
Got to be flexible here on Vegas Unwrapped. You're listening to the show on Vegas Allnet Radio. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 on our way. We're going for our national break. Mr. Cash likes when that's said. We come back, Worthy and Unworthy, and then some
And some of your stuff.
and some of my stuff.
We'll
And
mix them. Let's mix them.
We'll mix them.
Okay.
All right, we'll shake them, not stirred. We'll be back right after this. Hey, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped. Where you been? We've been here. Where have you been? Hour number 2 underway. Thank you for tuning in. 702-483-4444 is our studio line. You can also Skype us at Vegas Allnet Radio if you're into Skype. Mr. Cash, what a great first hour we've had tonight.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. Good first hour tonight. Real quickly, a couple of things that I want to just throw out there very briefly. We're not doing birthdays and dates in history tonight. We are going to be shifting into Worthy and Unworthy here in a second, but I do want to acknowledge 2 birthdays today. Of course, well, 3, of course, Kim. Happy birthday to Kim. Michael Jordan turns 53 today.
Yeah. She's same day as Kimberly, too.
That's right.
Same day.
Same birthday.
Same birthday,
number.
same date.
Right. Same number.
Yep, 53.
Yeah. And Jim Brown turned 80 today.
Jim Brown.
Larry the Cable Guy turned 53 today, just to share that one with you. And Paris Hilton, believe it or not, 35.
Oh, wow.
So I thought I would share that with you guys. Just a couple of birthdays to get
How
out
about
there.
a belated birthday for your dad?
Belated birthday for my dad. He turned 74 yesterday. So happy birthday to my dad. He came back from New Jersey freezing his ass off.
Yeah.
Because he
It
leaves
was
70
cold.
degrees here and goes back there. And
It was around 0.
yeah, he said they had one temperature there with wind chill was minus 22.
Wow.
My daughter called me last week, minus 24 there one day. It was crazy.
All right, Mr. Cash, I got to throw this out at you. What year did the battle at Rondu where Germany beats Lithuania? What year?
What? Who? What?
What year? Battle at Rudau. Germany beat Lithuania. What year?
Was that in Saka?
No, a war.
Oh, 1939.
No, 1370. Okay. I
Oh,
always
that
have-
war.
That war. I always
Oh,
have
okay.
to ask
I
that.
thought
All
you were
right.
talking about
It is now
the big one.
No. Oh my God. It is now time for Worthy or Unworthy.
Flash, welcome to Worthy or Unworthy.
We got to give Ryan some kudos on that.
It makes us laugh.
It does.
And
Makes us
that's
laugh.
great.
All right, so those of you joining in for the first time, although I have to find out why, this is a segment where Mr. Cash and I talk about some of the
Both local.
news items, both local and national or international, whether they played themselves out in the news or not, why and what for. So if we think it's a good story, we'll give you an unworthy and you'll hear a bell. If like this, thank you. If it's unworthy and it's run its course, you'll hear a buzzer, and on we go. Why don't you kick us off with the first topic, Mr.
Well, the
Cash?
first topic has been in the news now for probably pretty close to 2 months.
Okay,
Solar energy.
solar energy.
Unbelievable. Nevada Power, with its monopoly, has messed up the solar industry to the point where solar companies are leaving town.
People are losing jobs.
It's incredible. And, the governor has kind of flip-flopped on it. He was a big NV Energy guy, and now he's become a big solar guy.
Right.
Same thing with Harry Reid. He was also very instrumental with the Warren Buffett takeover of NV Energy, and now he's also saying that, we have 300 days of sunshine and this, that, and the other thing, and it's bad for the economy and all that good stuff. In the meantime, every single night, is this a worthy or unworthy topic to continue on the news all the time?
I can't get into solar because I rent just like you do. I think it's a viable product for those that can do it. It's not cheap. It's not inexpensive.
In the long run,
in the long run, it balances out to where it's certainly worthwhile. That's for sure. I think with this back and forth thing, they need to settle this and come to some agreement and get it active again here. and make it worthwhile for the residents to get into solar, regardless of what the lobbyists for Nevada Energy are doing, and protecting Warren Buffett's pockets basically. I think it's worthy to stay in the forefront, and until there's resolution and satisfaction over allowing homeowners to get into solar, getting those jobs back, like you mentioned, and making it a positive thing for Las Vegas. So I say it's worthy.
I usually get tired of stories when they're run over and over again. In fact, that was the main reason why I came up with this segment. I happen to agree on this one. When you do something that costs the people an opportunity to work, make a living, spend money, it's wrong. On every level that I could think of, it's wrong. And the fact is that this is the wave of the future. We could be easily, along with California and Arizona, the number 1, 2, or 3 solar state in the country, which will bring in thousands and thousands of jobs. And yet, politicians, and that's where it comes, are being selfish. And Nevada Energy, that's the worst.
Right.
And did you expect anything less when Warren Buffett bought it?
No, of course not.
There you go. So, yeah, let it stay on the front page for as long as we can to get this thing settled correctly in favor of the people.
It's not people's court. Just thought I'd share that with you.
Oh, I have
Well, can I weigh in on this one?
Please,
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay, well, I have, first of all, I'm also a renter, like both of you. However, I have people in my immediate circles, both homeowners that have had solar panels installed and people that have worked in that industry that are all impacted by it. And I, being the tree hugger green person that I am, want to see solar power energy here. So I vote this also worthy.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a clean sweep.
By the way, I got to give kudos to Phillips. I hate doing this because he gets too many, but I got to give him another one because he made a post this week which was magnificent. And it has to do with this whole business of, the Justice Scalia and all of this kind of stuff. And we'll talk about that in Worthy and Unworthy. But his post was, he would like to see Judge Judy be appointed to the Supreme Court. And I absolutely flipped out because I thought that was an absolutely tremendous post. And I totally agree with you, buddy.
That's worthy. Give us a bell. Judge Judy, baby.
But that's
all right. Here's
kudos to you on that.
Here's my next topic.
All right.
Sir Paul McCartney. Is there anybody of any generation who's not heard of who Paul McCartney is?
I would say
Doubtful.
Right,
Doubtful,
highly
yeah.
unlikely, right?
Right.
All right,
Preteens,
easily.
maybe.
Well, after the Grammys, Sir Paul McCartney was not allowed to enter a post-Grammy party that was being hosted by, and I'm going to just spell his last name or the artist name. I think it's Teague, T-Y-G-E. There's TMZ captured the video of Paul McCartney going to the door. The bouncer, to his credit, tried twice to get Paul McCartney in, and twice he was denied. Is it worthy or unworthy that Sir Paul McCartney was denied entrance into a Grammy after party because the people inside did not know who Paul McCartney was?
Or didn't care.
Or didn't care.
Wow.
Wow.
Go ahead, Joe. I'm going to build this one up.
I would
Wow.
say that one's got to be worthy. Sir Paul McCartney is a legend, and how could you not know who he is if you've never even heard they've had to heard a Beatles song. And if they're a musician in music, they would know the Beatles, and to not know that name, but to deny somebody that is in that industry, if the bouncer said,
He tried twice to get him in.
So he's got to be somebody, and they're just, maybe not of his generation. They're a little bit younger, but no, that was just incredible.
Right.
And
so worthy.
I'd say worthy.
Okay. Mr. Cash?
Holy mackerel. I mean, when you first started saying about a Grammy party and somebody not letting in Paul McCartney, I immediately thought Kanye West. That's a whole nother controversy these days. I can't believe it. And again, I hate to do this, but it would not surprise me if it has racial overtones.
It would happen to have been a party of a rap artist.
No.
I believe that's what his music is.
Listen, I watch Empire, and I love Empire. Right. So you can't throw me into that category of not enjoying that kind of music. But this is absurd. Paul McCartney.
You know what Paul McCartney said to TMZ afterwards? He took it in stride and simply said, "I guess I need to come out with more current music."
That's cool.
What a big person
that's
that
right?
is. Yeah.
Is that cool?
Beautiful.
Definitely.
So, all right, so you're saying worthy.
Yes, very much.
All right, very good. All right, next topic.
All right. Judge Scalia represented the United States Supreme Court since 86, 30 years on the bench. No sooner than the most conservative member of the court, appointed by Ronald Reagan, passes on, the feeding frenzy starts. They don't even bury him. And the feeding frenzy starts by both sides of the political structure in this country. The Democrats want to get somebody in there right away who's going to be liberal and, more progressive in thinking. The Republicans say that no matter who's nominated, they're not going to approve him no matter what until a new president is formed. And I'm thinking to myself, this country should be ashamed of itself. This story is unworthy because of the not that he passed away, but because of the feeding frenzy that has become of it. And I think it's a shame because he was quite a jurist, whether you believed in his opinions or not. He was quite the man. And I think it's a terrible thing what they're doing, both parties.
So it is unworthy?
Unworthy.
Well, let's see. Justice Scalia, you're right. 30 years. I would say the only reason why it would be worthy is because to extend it out and say, let's focus on the man that was there.
That I like.
Yeah, let's focus on his dedication and the years that he gave as a justice. So but to listen to all the back and forth and the bipartisan, I don't care to hear it, and so I guess I'm saying unworthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's what the story is now. It's not about him. It's about this struggle of the aftermath.
And I'll give you a caveat on that story.
Please.
Conspiracy that he was murdered rather than natural causes, because there's no autopsy. They're not ordering an autopsy on him. Okay. They're about how his body was found and how he was discovered was sort of unusual. He was on a trip on a ranch that was given to him, and I quickly saw the headline today, and I don't remember all the exact wording, but he was on a trip that was given to him by somebody who has cases to be heard on the Supreme Court. Okay? So, the caveat to all of this, I'm tired of political garbage anyway. I think I've had it with all political stuff.
Well,
I mean,
you're
for 2
in
years
for a long year, buddy.
You know what? It's going on too long. 2 years already. Whatever it is for the upcoming election and everything else. To me, anything dealing with politics is unworthy. It's time to move on.
Good job.
All right, Peyton Manning.
He was in our last week a little bit.
He was?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, for the Super Bowl.
Post Super Bowl stuff.
Okay.
You remember?
Well, did you hear what came out since then?
Yes.
Apparently, when he was a college athlete at the University of Tennessee, there's a scandal that has resurfaced that is now, 20 years old.
Easily.
And statute of limitations has gone anyway on this, that apparently one day while he was having his ankle wrapped or his thigh, whatever it was, the trainer was a female who was applying the tape. And rumor has it, allegedly, that he forced his genitals into her face and caused this uproar where she was scarred and she was this and she left the university. Eventually, this was settled out of court a couple of years after the incident without any. There's a new Title IX case now going after it and all this other stuff. Okay, so that's the story. Okay, I'm kind of torn on this. Little unworthy and a little worthy. Unworthy because the story is 20 years old and it's been settled, and I think the mistake that Peyton made was apparently he wrote a book. He wrote his book with his dad and his brother and everything, and he mentioned this case in the book. He mentioned the situation in the book.
So he's revived it.
So he sort of brought it back up, okay? Didn't name names, but just brought the situation back up. Supposedly the trainer was a class individual, didn't even curse around the team, had high reputation with everybody. Why would she lie? Okay? To me, it's unworthy because the story is ancient history. It's been settled. You can't do anything else about it now because the statute of limitations has expired. You can't bring anything back. But I'm going to give it a little bit of worthy only because of the nature of the incident itself. If it was true, Peyton was wrong with whatever. I mean, he wasn't the only athlete that did this.
Heard he was with a group.
He was with a group of players. But still, Peyton Manning's reputation is pretty stellar. And whether it's a smear campaign or not, until the truth comes out, it's got to be a worthy story, in my opinion. So I give it one of each. Thank you.
See, the way I read it, and I'll already say to you, send your emails to
Vegas Unwrapped our
cash, is that this incident occurred for her after she had her final date with Bill Cosby. And,
cut that out. Oh, my gosh.
There was a great show on Vanity Fair this week regarding the whole Bill Cosby stuff, which at some point I'll talk about, but not tonight because we're done. All right, we have to be done.
We have to, but I'm going to ask for 30 more seconds because I just want rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the story. You just say unworthy or worthy. No discussion, just whatever comes to mind. Okay. Paula Francis from Channel 8 News announced her retirement today, effective April 1st. Worthy or unworthy?
Worthy because of her long history.
All right, very good. Tomorrow, spring training opens up, Major League Baseball. Worthy or unworthy?
The best story of the year.
That's why we got the Yankee stuff going on today.
Absolutely
so it's worthy. Worthy. Excellent. NBA All-Star Game. 190 to 170 was something like that. Kobe Bryant in his final NBA All-Star game. Enough already with these games. I think it's a waste. I think unworthy for me.
Worst All-Star game. Worst All-Star of all the four sports. It's the worst.
So
basketball.
Unworthy.
Unworthy.
Yeah, unworthy.
All right. Last one. Vanity, who used to sing with Prince back in the 80s, she passed away this week at the age of 57.
Oh, wow.
Worthy or unworthy?
Worthy.
Worthy?
Sure. Worthy.
Worthy?
Story.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you one last one.
Good, because I'm done with my list.
Clive Bundy.
Oh, yes.
He's
unworthy. It's time for these people to move on.
Enough.
Oh, the mesquite people.
Yeah.
Unworthy,
and
definitely.
The land people.
Send them all to Oregon.
All right.
Yeah.
With that,
that's it.
We're going to step aside because Mr. Cash is going to bring in the band. We're going to talk about some Bluegrass. Jolie, thank you for coming in tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank
Glad
you.
you're able to hang out with us a little longer.
Thank you.
All right.
Ricky.
We'll be back with more right after this. All right, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, Lawrence on the board, Beth behind the camera, and you, the listener. All right.
No?
No.
Okay.
We've been known in our shows that during the breaks, it's like a Chinese fire drill. We've certainly had that tonight with Jennifer and then Jolie hanging out with us for a couple of segments. But now we've got a band.
We should
call them like the Vegas Unwrapped Orchestra. Like they do on like Jay Leno's show or Jimmy Fallon's The Tonight Show Band, sort of thing.
After a half hour with us, they may be running out of here. Canceling our engagement.
I know. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. So, Mr. Cash, why don't you take it away and introduce our guests?
Well, I'll tell you what. This is the. I got to get my glasses back on. This is the Red Rock Ramblers Bluegrass Band.
Yeah,
and I heard from them earlier in the year because they have an event coming up next month, which they will talk about. And I said, great, it sounds great because Vegas Unwrapped, in the 7 years we've been on the air, we've never had anybody from a bluegrass band. And the whole concept for these guys, Vegas Unwrapped, was to unwrap things in Vegas that people don't know about. So you guys were perfect. And I said, I got to get these guys on the air.
I think this is going to rank number one in our unwrapping ability.
And then I said, as I always do, oh, you have an event? well, Aaron and I, we have some experience in hosting events. The next thing I know, they said, yeah, that sounds great. And we went, oh, no.
You know what you're in for.
That's all right.
That's why we're here to find out. So let's welcome Jim to my immediate left, Joel.
Hello, everybody.
Bill. And Paul the driver. No.
That's right.
They are the Red Rock ensemble here.
Red Rock Ramblers.
Three-fifths of the Red Rock Ramblers.
Three-fifths. There's some more guys.
We also have a fiddle player and a guy that plays mandolin and dobro.
Oh, wow.
What's dobro?
Dobro is, it looks like an acoustic guitar, like this guitar, but you play it flat on your lap, sort of like a Hawaiian guitar.
Oh, okay.
But it's a very interesting sounding. You play with a slide.
Gotcha. Okay.
What do you mean, gotcha? What did he say?
No, you didn't have your headset on.
No, go ahead.
Watch the podcast.
Yeah. So this is pretty good. Now we're not total novices because we looked up bluegrass, and
about an hour ago.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of history where it originates, Appalachia, for the most part, late 1940s, pretty much so.
Yeah, that's when it kind of hit. Yeah, maybe the 50s is when they started coining the bluegrass term.
Okay, because bluegrass also, the other term that I've always heard, bluegrass, is the farms in Kentucky.
That's actually where the term came from. A man named Bill Monroe had a band. It was Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys.
Okay.
They were from Kentucky.
Well, sure.
That's why he called them the Bluegrass Boys. And he became so popular that it really just became the name for the entire genre of acoustic music with banjo and fiddle and guitar.
Now, of course, the most famous of all, banjo experiences back in the day was the movie.
The Bonnie and Clyde thing.
Not just Bonnie and Clyde, but the come on, guys, help me out here.
The one with Ned Beatty.
Yeah, Ned Beatty.
Oh, Deliverance.
Yeah, so
I had that on my phone when my mother-in-law calls.
Oh no.
No squealing like a pig.
And lest we not forget,
Green Acres, yes?
No, Hillbillies.
Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies. That's right.
Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies. Very good.
Also, there's a lot of groups came on the Andy Griffith show, the Dillards, and all that black and white TV. So we've all known about bluegrass all these years, but
it just never associated it.
You just didn't know what it was.
Now, when Charlie Daniels did the the Devil Went Down to Georgia, was that considered bluegrass to a certain extent?
No,
a little more country.
It was
a little bit more.
It was rock and roll with a fiddle.
Right. Right, okay. Because I always associated fiddles with bluegrass. I mean,
that's true.
That's true.
More so than with any other genre.
Well, it started with back in the day in the Appalachia, there was a fiddle player and a banjo player, and they played at dances whenever it was morally allowed. And
barn dances.
With the fiddler on the roof?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, come on.
Just below the roof.
Just below.
The guitars came in about the 20s and 30s, and then you have Bill Monroe, the late 30s, and then so on and so forth.
Okay, so tell us how you guys got started, how you got involved in this, and where this...
How you came together.
Yeah, this is a great story.
Well, Joel is one of the original Ramblers. We've had a few players over the years, and he's the best banjo player on Craigslist that I've found. That's how we met. That's exactly how we met.
Actually, I was looking on Craigslist. I wanted to start playing bass. So I was just looking on there for bass players, and I saw Jim's number of playing bass for a bluegrass band. So I called him, and I said, hey, Jim, I play bass. And he goes, well, we just got a bass player. And I said, well, I play banjo too. Oh, really? Okay, well, come on over.
It was a great move on our part. We've been together about 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And, we play off and on. All the guys, I'm just the luckiest guy in the world. Our fiddle player is not here. She's in place for the Philharmonic. She has her doctorate in fiddle. She's awesome. But she's busy this evening. And our mandolin
Philharmonic
player,
to bluegrass.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
great. There's a spectrum for you.
She just loves playing this stuff. And she grew up with it back in Illinois. And we're just lucky to have her. And then our mando player, he plays all over town also.
He's actually a first call trombone player. He plays in the Philharmonic. He plays in what's the show at Steve Wynn? Showstoppers.
Oh, okay, sure.
He's in that.
Wow.
He's been in every one of or just about every one of the Broadway shows on the Strip. His name is Kevin Stout.
Wow.
And this guy just got back from Nashville doing a record with Scotty Alexander. So
Nice.
And Bill's been here since what, 79, playing all around town.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And I don't know how I fell into it, but I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
Because that's what you get for surfing Craigslist. That's why.
Absolutely. But we all love bluegrass, and we just kind of hit it off when we started playing. So
Wow.
Was that love for bluegrass going back to when you first heard it, or is it something that you were almost in on it from the beginning?
For me, it's when I first heard it, because I've been playing it seriously maybe for about 10 years. But and it just kind of clicked, and I met up with another fiddle player through the Nevada Old Time Fiddlers, and we kind of hit it off. And he was our first fiddler in our band, Doug Sherwood. He's back in Atlanta now. But it just kind of clicked, and I found out, he told me, your voice is a great bluegrass voice. I go, well, I thought I was a rock and roller from California, but I guess I sing bluegrass. So anyhow, he said, yeah, it sounds good. So and the rest is history.
Very cool. Now, where have you played around town? You've done some stuff here. You go out of town to play?
Not yet. We mostly around town. We play for the city, a few gigs at the courthouse. Okay. In the parks, we've done a few.
Okay. Our most extended tour has been Jim's living room.
Absolutely.
Hey, we might be on the ground floor or something big
there you go. Remember when. That's right. Remember when.
So tell us about this upcoming gig. I'm going to get into the
right on March 19th, Blue Diamond at the Quonset Hut, their rec room they call it. It's like a throwback. It's just a great place.
The town of Blue Diamond.
The town of Blue Diamond. Exactly.
Yeah, really.
Town of Blue Diamond.
We know it well.
Yeah, I know.
I passed through it once.
I know. Yeah, if you blink, you'll miss it.
I know exactly.
But 1 to 3 on March 19th is Bluegrass and Green Shamrocks. We're going to take over the stage there, play a little bluegrass and some Irish music.
Okay.
Food. The volunteer fire department is going to run the bar in the back, so there'll be some good stuff for everyone. So we hope you come out if you.
You're going to trust us to MC this event. Oh my!
I'm throwing caution to the wind.
No, actually,
we really appreciate you guys.
No, you're kidding. We love the concept, because once again we want to unwrap stuff, and this will be all over our Facebook page, our Vegas AllNet Radio page.
I've already reposted
Vegas
the flyer that you've had on your page this morning.
So as much information that you can get to us over the next 3 or 4 weeks as we get closer to it. And if you guys want to, come on again with your fiddler, before maybe the week before the show or something like that, we can work something out.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right.
Now, I see here on the flyer that you do have an admission fee.
Yeah, it's $10.
Right.
And we're going to do an hour and a half show, a couple of sets. And you can contact us at the website, Red Rock Ramblers Facebook, and RRR Music at Cox.net. Okay. And then my phone number's on the flyer. But check the Facebook page there. That's probably everything is the best way to go.
Absolutely. And I've reposted the flyer on Vegas Unwrapped radio page, so our audience and followers will be able to get the information there as well. So, sounds good.
Doesn't that $10 cover food, too?
No, just admission price.
Admission.
Yeah, volunteer fire department's gonna. You can help them out by buying a couple of drinks.
We actually make money on this.
Well, we do it for the love. Joe.
Okay.
We do it for the love.
That's us too, by the way, as you noticed.
We all know that one.
Unless you get an invoice, but ignore it like everybody else does. So
ignore the invoice.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, what songs do you have out there that you're noted for? What are your favorites that you play?
So we do some Bill Monroe songs, some Flatt and Scruggs. Couple of Gibson brothers, and they're not too familiar to people, but they're just songs that we like, and we hear them on the radio, and we want to play them. We got Joel wrote a nice original for us, so we'll do. So
we do Viva Las Vegas.
We do a mean Viva Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's hear it. Can we do it?
Sure. We'll give it.
Sounds good.
Give it a whirl.
3/5 of Red Rock Ramblers.
All right. Well, we'll take what we can get.
All right, here we go.
Good.
Ready?
Count it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. 'Cause I've got plenty of money to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living that devil-may care, and I'm the devil with love to share. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. Oh, how I wish that there was more than 24 hours in a day. 'Cause even if there was 40 more, I wouldn't waste a minute away. Well, there's blackjack, poker, and that roulette wheel. Fortune's what lost on every deal. All you need's a strong heart and nerves of steel. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. Well, viva Las Vegas with those neon lights flashing and the one-armed bandits crashing. All my hopes down the drain. Viva Las Vegas, turning day in nighttime, nighttime into daytime. You've seen it once, you'll never be the same again. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. I'm gonna stay on the run, I'm gonna have me some fun if it costs me my very last dime. 'Cause I know more, I just might go broke, but I had a swing in time. I'm gonna give it everything that I've got. Ain't luck, please let those dice stay hot. Let me roll a 7 with every shot. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva, viva Las Vegas.
All right.
Amazing. That's great.
Wonderful.
I even noticed a little Elvis sneer there.
Yeah,
at the end.
absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely. Good job. Now, I'm watching. First of all, I can listen to banjo all day. There's just something
it's-
about the sound of a banjo. Your fingers, are those, what do they call those officially? Fingertip?
Finger picks.
Finger picks. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
A thumb pick and 2 finger picks.
Otherwise, I got to. Now, is that why are those needed on a banjo versus those who use picks on a regular guitar? Is it because the strings maybe are
Yeah,
harder?
your banjo, you're always picking individual strings, where the
Gotcha.
guitar, you're
It's more of a
strumming all of
strum.
them.
Okay, gotcha.
So you're picking down with your thumb and up with your fingers, so it'll tear your fingernails
Sure.
off or pull your skin off.
Yeah,
If you,
your calluses would be unreal.
a lot of pickle juice to keep the calluses down and harden, right?
Unbelievable.
Jeez. Wow, that was great. That
Well,
was tremendous.
so if the show is an hour and a half, you take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a little break in between them.
So for us, it's really it's a little schmoozing at the beginning, introduction, and then intermission, and
Yeah.
we're home free.
Yep,
It's
absolutely.
gonna be a piece of cake, Aaron.
I know.
Okay, Mr. Cash. I just want to let our audience know we're going to go through our bottom of the hour break, but I want to let everybody know that you're listening to Vegas Unwrapped here on Vegas All Net Radio. Sitting in studio with us, the Red Rock Ramblers Bluegrass Band, and they have an event coming up March 19th up at the Blue Diamond Rec Room up in Blue Diamond.
The Quonset Hut. The Quonset Hut.
From 1 to 3 is the official time, $10 admission. And Bluegrass and Green Shamrocks, the local volunteer fire department, will be there as well, providing some refreshments.
About how many people do you think it holds?
A little over 100, I think. 100, maybe
Okay.
120. Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
It's a great place. They really did a nice job there. It's really a jewel. We're excited.
Cool. That's cool. After listening to, we've been on the air for 7 years, and how many times have we talked about wanting to bring local musicians in
All the time.
that we interviewed on the show, and we usually always got like the lead singer of this rock band or this one or Pride Vanity and those guys. But you guys, in all the years we're on the air, finally came in as musicians to play in a show during our show, and go figure it was Bluegrass, Mr. Cash, which is great.
Which is terrific. Because
Absolutely.
It's a type of music that really gets you going. It
does.
It's
Absolutely.
It's uplifting. It's
I don't hear too many
stuff.
ballads in Bluegrass.
we got one.
We'll do
Do you
it
have
for
one?
you.
All right. Well, let's hear it. If you can bring it up, let's.
well. I'll tell you what. We want to introduce it. So tell us what it is.
Yeah,
and
tell us what it is in the background.
We'll show you our.
It's called Something's Coming to Me. It's a Gibson Brothers song. I think it's a pretty new one, but it's kind of like Bluegrass has some of these happy, sad songs, and this one's kind of a sad one, but it's got a nice
All right.
happy tune.
There you go. Red Rock Ramblers live on Vegas Unwrapped.
I've been a poor boy all my life. I never had much that I could call my own. My mama told me, son, you know there ain't no guarantees. But ain't I got something coming to me? My daddy plowed the fields and worked the land. He said the crops don't always turn out like you planned. Following behind, I learned what a man was supposed to be. But ain't I got something coming to me? Lord, I don't know how to pray, but I need some help today. I'm asking you to send some down my way. I'm on my knees, but ain't I got something coming to me? Once upon a time I held a pretty girl's hand. I guess I never really was her man. The road to love just winds on by me. I don't know where it leads, but ain't I got something coming to me? Lord, I don't know how to pray, but I need some help today. I'm asking you to send some down my way. I'm on my knees, but ain't I got something coming to me? Yeah, ain't I got something coming to me?
Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
That's a good one.
So much fun. Yeah, is that you said that's not an original?
No, it's
that's
the Gibson Brothers.
Gibson Brothers.
Yeah, it's a pretty song.
Nice. Very nice. I'll tell you what, Vegas Unwrapped doing its thing tonight.
Doing it again.
Yeah.
Good stuff tonight.
I haven't used a cradle mic in a long time. I forgot what it's like to get these things set up here.
Well, just, be yourself.
Well, Lawrence wanted to pick up the bass back
Yeah, well,
here,
that was
so
a good
so
thing.
gave up the microphone.
Good
so.
thing.
All right, you know what? I'm really, obviously the tunes that you guys played with when we first started we're familiar with, and to hear your rendition of Viva Las Vegas and now to hear that song, it's a whole appreciation for a genre of music that I've never really gotten into knowingly. Because like you said, we've probably heard of bluegrass tunes and never realized what it was genre-wise.
Well, you know what they say, 1 out of 10 people like bluegrass, and the other 9 are lying. So.
I can believe that.
That's
I can
We've got you in the 1 in 10 now.
There you go. I'm improving.
So what's the future, guys? After that gig, what do you have some other plans? Is there other things that you've got on the horizon?
We're curing cancer.
Yeah.
That's our next.
Bluegrass forever.
Bluegrass will cure cancer.
Exactly. No, we're going to be at the Speedway for 4th, 5th, and 6th of March.
Okay, for the races?
For the races there. And then we've got April 9th, there's a big bluegrass show at Durango Hills Park.
Okay.
That's going to be an all-day thing, and that's put on by the city. So there's going to be us and a couple other bands. I think 3 or 4 other bands, one from in town and a couple out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Starbright Theater in June, and October we're at Logandale for the Fall Festival there.
Okay.
So, and hopefully a few more in between there. So
now, are you guys playing the music full time, or do you guys have actual full time jobs and that you're using to supplement your desire to play? Or you retired? I mean,
I'm retired.
Okay,
I'm retired.
Okay,
but
I'm retired and grateful to have a resurgence in a musical career.
And there you go.
Okay,
that's the same. I played professionally for 15 years.
Okay,
and then right out of college, and then couldn't make enough money to support a family, so I went into business and been in business for 22 years, and then retired in 2012. And since then, I've been getting a lot of calls. I also play pedal steel guitar.
Okay,
yeah, excellent pedal.
So all of a sudden, I'm back in the music business.
Yeah,
it's great stuff.
I was in the waste management business then I retired. I was.
I believe you.
Really?
He's still trying to manage his own waste.
That's right.
I know.
That's a crappy business to be in.
Yeah, really. Whoa, that's a typical.
Business is always picking up.
That's well, that's true. It's never business that goes away, does it?
That's right.
No, absolutely. So what else you have tuned up that you want to play?
Yeah, because we're going right through.
I'm going right to breaks. I'll owe everybody
break.
on next week's show.
You want to do the Bill Monroe tune? Georgia Rose?
Oh, okay.
All right. So once again, we've got the Red Rock Ramblers Bluegrass Band.
We'll do it in the banjo zero key of G.
Here on the Vegas Unwrapped show on
Whatever that means.
Vegas All Net Radio. Let her rip, guys.
You're tuning.
Yeah.
Well, I said let her rip.
They're
So
tuning.
whenever they're ready, they can rip.
They can rip it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Now come and listen to my story. Story that no is true. About a rose that blooms in Georgia. Hair of gold and a heart that's true. Way down in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Way down where the tall pines grow. Lives my sweetheart of the mountains. She's my little Georgia Rose. Her mother left her with another. Carefree life she had planned. Well, the baby now, she is a lady, the one her mother couldn't stand. Way down in the Blue Ridge Mountains, way down where the tall pines grow, lives my sweetheart of the mountains. She's my little Georgia Rose. Work 'em like a rented mule. Sing those songs together. She would do her little part. Well, she would smile when I would tell her that she was my sweetheart. Way down in the Blue Ridge Mountains, way down where the tall pines grow, lives my sweetheart of the mountains. She's my little Georgia Rose.
Wow.
That was a Bill Monroe tune.
That is so cool.
Now, do you take requests?
If
We take requests. We don't
We
always
don't
play
play
we
them.
usually play them, but we take them all day long.
We usually do a segment on our show, which we bypass today, celebrity birthdays and stuff, where we acknowledge people's whose birthday it is today. Well, Mr. Cash's wife's birthday is today.
Yes, it is.
So maybe
great.
we can round up a special happy birthday song to Cammie.
Sure.
And to everybody else celebrating a birthday today on the 17th of February.
Right here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cammie. Happy birthday to you.
There you go.
There you
Happy
go. Well
birthday.
done. Well done.
Cammie, just remember who was the one who made the suggestion, okay? Not your husband.
No.
All right. Good stuff. I mean, I'm really enjoying this. This is something that we always wanted to do, is to have live entertainment in studio.
That's why we do it. We just love it.
And
Most
this is great.
enjoyable.
This is good stuff. So you what kind of business did you have that you retired from after 22 years?
I was working for a company. We owned all the Pizza Huts in San Diego.
Oh, really? Wow.
And I had a couple of jewelry stores at the airport.
Okay. Very cool.
Stuffed crust pizza. Yay.
You still have any connections?
I've eaten more pizza than I want to eat in my life.
I bet you have. Unbelievable.
Jim, how about you? What did you do that you retired
I was in
from?
the waste
That-
management
you said
business.
that-
Yes, I did.
Were you
I
a
was-
manager? I mean, what?
I did everything. I
Really?
picked it up.
Here in town?
No, actually in Bay Area, in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, was in the business for a while, then ran a recycling center for
Wow.
about 4 or 5 years, and then I retired not too long ago.
Okay. And when did you come out here?
2004.
Now, do you guys live up in Blue Diamond, or you guys live
Not
in
a
different-
chance.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know.
No, I know, no. No, it's a great place. That's why this place is, I'm so excited about playing there. It's like 1958, and you got your band in the back of the
Right.
station wagon. You pull up to this Quonset, unload, and play a gig. I swear to God, you expect to see Aunt B and Opie sitting on the park bench across the street. But
That's right.
it's just a great place.
All right, we'll have to leave the night before to get there, Mr.
Yeah,
Cash.
of course. I know. You'll have to stay
Pack
over.
a lunch.
Hey, anything on one side of the 215 or the strip, we stay over.
That's right. We stay over.
That's why we're having it during the daytime, because there's no lights out
That's
there.
right. That's right. It's dark. You won't be able to
Don't
find
go
your way
out
out.
at night in Blue
Billy,
Diamond.
Billy, how about you? What did you retire from?
Well, I mean, I came here as a showroom musician in the
Oh.
80s, and things started to fall apart with all the strikes. So I got myself a job at our local hospital, UMC,
Really?
where I stayed for 23 years and did music on the side.
What'd you do there for UMC?
I was in the admitting department, did
Okay.
a variety of crazy things over
Right.
the years, and was really happy to get out. And I'm really grateful that I worked there. And
Sure. And now, and so you're, like you said before, your music career is having a resurgence again.
I am working a lot and working with all kinds of, playing all different kinds of music.
Good. And you're happy about
Yeah,
it?
I'm very excited about it.
Good
Are
for
kidding
you.
me?
Good for you. You know, what's really cool, Rich, is that these guys are sitting here, and you know, it's easy to easy. I'll put that word in quotes
For us.
For us,
Yeah.
to sit here and watch their passion for what they're doing. Okay, because I don't know if it's going to come across on the camera, but we're sitting right on top of you guys to see your passion and hear it in your music and watch your facial expressions as you're playing and to enjoy that. And it's really refreshing to sit amongst artists who really get into what they do, and you could see it, you could believe it, and it comes through in your music. So my hat's off to you guys.
Great, thanks.
Especially in a genre that is obviously, like you said jokingly, 1 in 10 most people will acknowledge, but we hear it more than we realize.
Mm-hmm.
And to now piece it together, I think it's great that it's coming. We're helping to get the sound out there.
Right.
And I'm looking forward when the show is over and the video production and the audio is done for us to share this out there with our audience, because I think it's going to be a great eye-opener for them to be exposed so closely and personally to bluegrass music. I think it's great.
Yeah, we're trying to build it up. I mean, there's a couple of groups, the Southern Nevada Bluegrass Music Society and the Nevada Old Time Fiddlers, and you know, we love it, but it's us. It's the old guys are out there
Absolutely.
doing it, and we're trying to
Absolutely.
get some young people interested in it. But you know, it's hard these days, especially in
Right.
this town. You know, it's the clubs and things like that, and you know, you can't blame them. They're young; they like that stuff.
You know what, though? It's an educational process.
That's true,
That's
too,
really
yeah.
what it is. All right, we got about 3 minutes left, so let me do this. You guys think about something you want to play on the way out. We'll go out on your music while we wrap up. I want to thank Jennifer Romas for coming in the first hour. Jolie Ramos for coming in the second hour.
Tongue twister. Say that 12 times fast.
Red Rock Ramblers, who we're going to hear from here to take us out on tonight's show. We want to thank you guys for coming in. We greatly appreciate it. And you guys for listening in tonight. We appreciate it. So, guys, take us out. It's your stage to take us home.
How long you want us to play?
3 minutes.
You bet.
You better do a long song.
Do Foggy or
Vamp it if you have to.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ramblers. March 19th, Mr. Cash and I will be up in Blue Diamond hosting their event. Come on out, check it out. Check them out on Facebook. The Red Rock Ramblers on Facebook. $10 to hear some great music and to support the community. Thank you for listening from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped. We'll see you on Monday at Stars of VA&R from 3 to 4. I don't know how we're going to top this next Thursday. We may have to invite him back just to play for 2 hours.
Sounds great.
Maybe they'll come up with our theme song. Have a great week, everybody, from Vegas Unwrapped.